Hey YouTube, today I'm coming at you with a different kind of video today, and this is going to be a video where I look at the new Hero Aspen and review him at an E3 standard. Now, thanks to Hanson 4K, we've been able to get our hands on Aspen on the day of release. If you didn't catch the stream tonight, he was able to get 7 of them, all from his heroic summons, all the rewards that came along with it, and it's absolutely incredible. We did 3,000 summons tonight, and I'm so tired, but you know, before I go to bed, I thought, you know what, let's get some content out here. Let me show you Aspen. So I'm going to bring you what I think is probably one of the better builds. We've got him with a crit stone, and crit is definitely the stone to go with, because if you look at his stats, right, his active skill, it deals 206% attack damage against 4 random enemies, with an additional damage depending on the target's current HP, which scales with his attack. Now, he also has a 50% chance to horrify, which is a new kind of CC, which means opponents can't use their basic attack. So instead they can use their active skill, which means they can't fully charge energy or go beyond that and stockpile a lot of energy, which is quite useful. But it means it's not a complete CC, and still opponents can counterattack when they're affected by Horrify. So it's not perfect, it's not as good as Freeze or Petrify or Stun, but it's still got that edge that makes it a useful CC to use and just adds a little bit more of utility to our new Dark Hero. He also, when he ever uses an attack, gains a shield, which means he gets 20% control immune and 6% damage reduction. Sorry, not 60%, that'd be ridiculous. But he's got a passive skill here as well, which means he can increase his health by 40%, his attack by 20%, crit chance by 35%, and armor break by 50%. Now, crit chance by 35% is huge, because he already gets a crit chance from the tech tree in Warrior, and you can see with the stone, we've got him up to having 75% crit and 57% crit damage, so it's really useful how we've got him built. Now, if you look at his basic attack, that also has a chance to horrify 3 opponents with a 35% chance. So also, he doesn't need to be active to use his horrify. He can do it with his basic and his active skill, which is really useful. And every basic attack gives a 5% attack boost, 5% crit damage boost. So again, more crit support, and he gains a shield in the process. Finally, we have an amazing passive skill, which is his Soul Sacrifice. So if he knocks an opponent below 35%, he can deal an extra 200% damage, and he heals himself for 100% of that damage that he dealt, which is insane. We were testing him before, and Aspen was down to this much health, got a massive crit off, blew away 3 of the opponents, and filled himself up to full health, and continued to sweep and take away the rest of the win. It was incredible to watch. So yeah, hopefully I can bring you some similar kinds of content with our Aspen today. Now, we're going to jump into Arena, let's face some teams and see what we can find. So here we have a redemption team here actually. It's got Michelle, it's got Belrain, Double Valkyrie, and Shaw and Valentino. One thing we found in testing is he seems to struggle against Shaw, so let's hope that we can demonstrate that here. But before we do, actually, I need to give Scary an artifact. I'm going to give him Punisher of Immortal. Let's give him Punisher of Immortal just to really push some nasty damage out of him. But we could also have used Magic Stone Sword, both are quite good. But yeah, let's find that team again. It was Kira was her name. Let's see if we can find her and get some testing going. So there she is. Because we've given him stun immunity with the Candy Cane, I'm going to pop him in slot 5. And that order should be fine. Now the Belrain should hopefully keep him alive, Scary dealing some support damage, and Valkyrie doing her best to help out. Now what I'm expecting here with the crit is to see some incredible burst damage. Well, there you go, he's already killed 2 heroes straight up off the bat. That's one of the Michelles, and Valentino is completely dead. That provides some useful healing for him, and might just be the thing that's going to keep him in this game. Shaw, however, you saw just sniped him completely dead, and that's the problem with fighting. Shaws and Amavors have the ability to one-shot him, and that can be detrimental to his win chance. But if you look here, his damage was keeping up with the likes of Valkyrie, so he's definitely pretty decent. Now, if we move and find someone else, let's have a look here. Now, this is it's not got a Valkyrie in it. Don't think it'll be a fair test. Here we've got a good versus evil team, solidly built Amavor, Faithblade, Michelle. Let's see how we do. Now, I'm expecting 50-50 chances here. Again, being the fact it's a good versus evil team, we are really pushing Aspen here. we are facing entire teams that are really well built, with a Rainbow team, which a lot of people argue isn't the best form of team, and Scary might not be the best lead for this. Seeing some incredible damage from Aspen there, killing that Dark Arthendal, and helping to sweep away the Belrain as well. There you go, sniped by the Amavor, and that's normally what it takes to finish him. Hopefully the Valkyrie can mop up, and we can get some decent damage numbers by the end. Maybe even Scary putting in a lot of crit damage there. Yes, as expected. And Valkyrie definitely being able to finish these two with ease. Now, look at the damage that Aspen did. He died towards the end, and still he was competing with the likes of Scary and Valkyrie. Bearing in mind he provides CC and a lot of tank utility, he's not just a CC hero, he's one that can do an awful lot of damage as well. Let's have a look at Ojisan here. Ojisan's got a double Valkyrie team but no aura. Now I wonder if we're able to beat that. It's got the Amavor in there which could pose a threat, but Michelle won't be able to stop him because he's got the stun immune artifact. Whether that's going to be enough, I don't know. Let's check. Again, as a disclaimer before, we are testing him against some of the best teams that you can possibly get in this game. We are facing him against the best heroes, double Valkyrie, and Horus here. We're not going easy on him. Amavor completely ruined there by Aspen, wiping the floor with the Valkyrie as well. I think she went from full health to nothing. This is definitely a win for the Aspen team. Let's just get a look at those numbers. I'm expecting huge things. There you go. Aspen way ahead of the pack with 18 million. Horus just about chasing behind with 17. Oh, insane scores. Gin and Tonic here has a similar kind of team, but this time it's Rainbow. We've got Belrain, and we've got interesting Scary on the front line, which kind of matches this team. Let's see how this matches against us. Now, okay, Aspen's straight up petrified from the word go. Coward's showing why he's still got a little bit of utility in the endgame meta. Not a perfect hero, but he can be useful. But I imagine when Aspen wakes up, he's going to have some answers. Here you go. Yes, he does. Cleaning away the opponent's Belrain. And giving himself a little bit of support. Now, our Belrain is surprisingly still alive, but sadly she's stunned. And we've got ready for another active here from Aspen. Prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how much he does. Well, wiping away the Amavor, tearing the health away from the Valkyrie, and setting up for the win. If you guys aren't convinced by Aspen's performance here, let me provide you with just one more video with our crit, attack HP, and stun immune hero. Let's try and get something really difficult. Here we go, King Barton team. It's not a Rainbow. Come on, we want something absolutely devastating, something we're going to struggle. Well, I mean, we'll struggle against this team. This is a Char Flamestrike, double Valkyrie, double Michelle team. Now, I featured this on the stream. My word, this team's incredible. So if he can beat this, he can beat anything. But as we can see here, there's a Char, and that Char is going to be problematic. Every time the Char hits him, it's going to set back for our win chance, because she will steal his attack, which puts him on the back foot. Jara dead, so he's probably next in line here, unless it's going to be Belrain. Healing there, not really doing much to help, and the amount of healing there, plus, oh my god, the crit from Flamestrike, absolutely slaying Aspen to the point of no return. I think that said more for Flamestrike than it did for Aspen in this video. What a team. Definitely not standing a chance there. Let's try and face him against Ojisan one last time. The team with the double Valkyrie. Let's see if we can win again. Now, as I said before, Amavor here is the biggest threat, not the Valkyries. Anything that can quick snipe away our Aspen is the problem. Amavor missing Valkyrie there and getting wiped away by Aspen's active. And it's no doubt that from here, Aspen, as long as he doesn't get hit by anything too devastating, should be able to clean up the rest of the fight. Heal from Deer, doing just enough. Aspen's active, not quite killing the opposing Valkyrie, which cost him the game, let's be honest here. If he had warrior armor, which ours doesn't, he has the 6-star armor, he would have probably been able to claw that back for a win. Can this Valkyrie win? No, she can't. That's unfortunate. Still though, if we look at his damage numbers, definitely doing good and keeping up with Valkyries. So there you have it, guys. That is Aspen performing at E3. If you want advice on how to build him for crit. If you want another way of building him, you can build him with a HP stone, Punisher of Immortal. We've seen success with people running a pure HP build, where it's HP, and then giving him the new Candy Cane artifact or giving him Magic Stone Sword. That adds to his tankiness and means he can get into later rounds and benefit from his buffs. The one thing though is you might end up stalling to round 15 and not getting the huge damage numbers that we've seen due to his crit. He's a very crit heavy hero and most likely best building in that direction. So there you have it, guys, our initial impression of Aspen. If you've enjoyed this video, don't be afraid to like, subscribe and get in touch through all my social media links, which will be down below. So there you go, guys. Hope you've had a good time, and as always, happy idling.